back to Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots, Wrestling's Entertainment Champions. You're going in the trash 24/7. Logan Paul makes history, and MJF cuts a killer promo. All this and more in the room where it happens. But first, JP, tell them what to do.
You already know. Heels, Pops, Chair Shots, HPC Too Sweet on IG and Twitter. Ya tu sabes. It's JP Savage in the building. What's good?
The illustrious old school Joe.
Spell it. Mischief, you heard, man. What a week, Vic.
What a week. What a month. Well, yeah, what a week, because it was crazy, because there was a lot of things going down, and I heard a lot. I heard a lot.
That was a very Tennessee accent you just put on.
Was
there.
it? I tried to get my Jeff Jarrett on.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
You know.
We're trying to get that Jeff Jarrett bag. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yo, whatever his bank account look like, I want it.
It's something about autumn being here, right? And the seasons is changing.
Autumn falls?
Right? And wrestling being good.
Fire burns.
Wrestling being good. And that's what this is the week we've had. Because wrestling has been very good on all areas, honestly. I was not disappointed by anything that I viewed and was entertained by this entire week. How about y'all?
I agree. I can second to that. Starting way from Saturday.
Desde el sábado.
Desde Saturday.
The sábado gigante.
Sábado gigante.
We really got to work on the weeks and the days and the weeks, because the Saturday is technically the start of no week. It's the end of the week.
Yeah. MJF. When the oven's hot, you gotta let it cool off. The problem is nobody's turning off that oven when it comes to MJF.
How do you cook
put
that?
Like preheat, and then when the beef goes, you
Listen, man, he was spitting hot fire.
Hot fire.
On that podcast he was on.
I tried to
And honestly,
Flam damn.
when it came to Moxley, it was no sizzle, man. I don't know.
Then let's talk about the sizzle first. MJF, right? In the comfort of a podcast, right, was there just tearing it up tonight, man. It was incredible. You forget how... You know what tonight showed me on AEW, right, is how looking like the honest truth in the face and using it in your promos is the best way to go.
Yeah.
Always. I think that 4 characters tonight really spoke their truth.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh. 4.
And 4.
That's a lot.
4 particularly, but
That's a lot.
you may not have liked what Moxley did.
Okay.
But he spoke his truth as to who he is and what his character is.
Yeah.
In AEW, right? He's gonna beat the heart out of you.
But the problem is we've heard it so many times.
Fair enough, but I'm just saying, like, with the show as overall, right? Moxley gave you that, and then we'll talk about what that sounded like and the quality of said sayings. But then we looked at
Look what you said.
the 2 women standing across from each other tonight. As much as I want to really dive right into MJF, yo, you gotta make an appointment, bitch.
I think you're thinking of the wrong 2 women, because the villain just had flashbacks to Sky Blue and JB.
Wrong match. I was confused. It was definitely my pop of the week. I'm just saying. I was,
nice
you know.
things. See, here we all talking about nice things, right? And the nice thing that happened tonight was that Saraya,
Ooh, Saraya
turned it up, and the only person that could really get her there was DMD. And I think, Vic, you made that point previously. I think it was you, right? That you were like, yo, it could have, because when Saraya was by herself, Saraya,
Sunshine.
when she was by herself, there was something missing.
Well, that's why you have to pay special attention to what Britt Baker did. Britt Baker was spitting fire through that microphone. Everything she was talking, speaking her truth. Talking about you in my house. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it's what really struck the nerve and lit the pilot that Saraya needed to be lit. Because she was able to talk about the lickings and the experiences and the embarrassments and the addiction.
He's talking about the humiliations?
Yes. And honestly, we got Saraya's best promo thus far in AEW. Because it's been kind of flat ever since she's come back. And it was Britt Baker.
You're JJ.
Had to be a doctor. It had to be a doctor to give her the medicine
Dude.
of what a promo should be, right? Word. And honestly, that entire interaction with the spot was kind of botched a little bit, but the wordsmanship that we saw, I want to watch this match so much so we talking about going to this pay-per-view now. Yeah. It's probably not gonna happen because we got obligations and shit. But that match, that promo right there made us say, "Oh damn, wait a minute, this is one to be watched." And it's definitely gonna be
take my
Britt
money.
Baker's greatest match, right? Especially the way that Paige Saraya sold herself.
Yes, she sold it like that.
Just for anybody that didn't know, she let you know truth. That's right. Yep. That's right.
Right? MJF speaking his. I couldn't get to MJF without mentioning those other three characters really like leaning into the highest quality trait they have is that like yo, this one chick's a dentist. Let's lean on that, right? Like that's always her. Yo, that's not fair. See, JJ's like Britt's promo was boring. Yeah, nah, she hit all the notes that an AEW heel hits.
I mean, yes, what if you're telling me it was scripted? Sure.
I mean,
yeah. But it, like Mitch just said, it hit every. You know what it is? Can we dare say it possibly triggered Saraya?
Maybe.
Right. But look at how dangerous that is.
It's dangerous.
It was her scripted promo, her boring promo, right? That was very, I guess so common. It's a formula. It's commonly used.
It's like when a rapper goes to the studio to do a freestyle but has it on his phone, right?
It's all she needed though. It's all she needed.
And that freestyle was dope.
If Saraya doesn't come back now as extra hard as she did, she loses this promo and maybe her whole entire future career, potential career right here in AEW.
That's a lot. I don't know about future career.
Yo, like because it's a snowball at this point. If you don't hit the ground running right now in AEW, you're gonna be an afterthought.
She was about to become that like Bobby Fish,
coming
out to the crowd.
Right. She needed this promo.
She did,
and she needs this match.
She did.
She don't need to win, but she needs to be believable in this match.
I mean. Was he lying?
Well, what I would argue is this is the reason why I think Moxley was flat on his.
Oh, man.
It was a story we've heard before, but I think also the fact that MJF wasn't in front of him. Right?
Chat, who liked Moxley's
something about
promo tonight?
It's something about getting your asshole ripped apart in front of you. That just hits different.
I think he was. I can't guarantee and confirm what Moxley said in the promo. Maybe he's right accurately on it. I don't know. Does anybody else remember what Moxley said on the promo?
Laville says,
Me either.
AEW is for better or for worse, sink or swim in a
very short window. Very short window.
Especially considering how well the E has been doing these last couple months. I mean, we're coming off of weekend where we actually had a very good crown jewel.
Oh my God.
The blood money was worth the blood money.
Wow.
Said nobody. But yes, that's exactly what we had. We had an enjoyable crown jewel. I for one, who didn't even watch the first couple, just based on principles, right? And then I said, fuck my principles.
Excuse me.
But then
That was hilarious.
But what it comes down to is they had a very good show. And the Saudi crowd definitely brought it.
They brought it.
Oh, JJC. It was a different time.
You know how much hot fire that Saudi pay-per-view was?
JP.
That you opened up with Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley.
Damn, look at that.
That was the opening match. That's when you know they're going straight fire.
What was that finish though?
Yeah, I mean, it leaves the conversation open for another match.
Right. Keep
That's
it
what
open.
It comes down to.
JP, bring us into the ropes, the roning of the ropes today. The roning and the roaming of the running of the ropes, because Logan Paul leads us off.
Right.
And you already know what that means.
Yeah, so you had Logan Paul. Do we say he's legit? Do we say the man can go? Do we say that was a hell of a match?
I don't say yes to all those things, but
you don't say no.
I don't say no. I won't say no.
You don't say no. You have some veterans talking about they can see the title on Logan Paul.
You see,
I don't agree with that.
You see, that's when
But-
trolling goes wrong, chat.
But the thing is, it also comes down to why is Logan Paul in this main event? Because Logan Paul has all the followers on Earth, right?
Right.
All of them.
All of
And
them.
that's what it counts. That's what really counts at this moment.
Hey,
How many followers do you
flex
have?
with the raid, my guy.
Flex.
Appreciate you,
Man,
fam.
man,
Welcome in,
Um,
Raiders. Welcome in.
So that's what you got, right? A lot of eyes to the table, and that's what he brought. And the fact that he brought it, yo,
I love that you said the word fact,
matter.
because this is where we're gonna start roaming into uncharted waters here.
Ooh,
Because
getting dirty with
now,
How you getting dirty? Yo,
allegedly,
come on.
my man Logan Paul not only performed to the utmost ability and was very entertaining, he did it with a torn ACL mid-match.
Dig it.
I don't know about
Dig it.
that.
Well,
Is it true?
They're saying it's true, but
Who's they?
you know,
Who is they and what do
the
they
pundits, you know. But
do? Where were they on January?
we
What?
will agree.
But
But what we will agree on is that selfie video while doing the elbow drop to the table was,
Sus.
and money.
I think that's why Triple H is burying Austin Theory.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we got some guy to come off the
I mean,
street.
to be fair, that's Logan Paul's career. He's literally recording from his phone. That's where we at. You know what I mean?
He needed to do
YouTube
that spot.
sensation.
That spot needed to
But
happen.
that spot was great, and he pulled it off.
How many How many views on that video?
Who
It's got to be
knows?
over
Who knows?
400K
Who
the first
knows? It's
hour.
ridiculous.
It was like over 3 million before the
night
weekend was
ended.
over.
Damn, what's my guy from the Indies right now? Leroy with the video game that he be playing the Switch.
Oh
Big game,
man,
Yo.
yeah.
Big game Leroy.
Big game
Big game.
Leroy. There we go. Big game Leroy. Yo, same gimmick but with like a phone.
Right.
Record your whole match from the
Right.
first person perspective.
Which is what Theory was
I wanna
trying to
see
do,
that.
but Theory
I
didn't
wanna
do.
see that.
Right?
Leroy, yo, we got
And
you.
we're
Yo,
gonna talk
step
about
that
Theory.
up.
And we're gonna talk about Theory. Because I have a
What's your
theory.
theory?
Oh, there's some
But
theories
Logan
out
Paul,
there.
man,
What's a
definitely
proctologist?
he's in the conversation. We're looking forward to seeing him again. Hopefully, it's a speedy recovery if it is legitimate.
Right. Speedy.
But yo,
recovery.
I don't know. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. I see him versus Bad Bunny at WrestleMania.
Woo!
That's what I'm saying. Because you have two
that right now?
celebrities. Nah, we can talk about that a little later.
We'll get there.
But
My theory. So right now, what's happening is Austin Theory is getting buried like a mofo because not only he is the first Money in the Bank winner who cashes in on the U.S. title and loses. He cashed in on the U.S. title on Monday Night Raw and lost.
Not only that, but when he cashed in, he did not win.
Right. And
He did
and
not
and
win.
You know how my ADHD works? And when you distract me, I forget my train of thought. But
There
yo,
was no victory.
right now, people are out here saying that Triple H is burying Austin Theory.
Immediately.
He is righting the wrongs left by Vince McMahon.
That's what I see.
That's what
Again,
I see, right?
perception, right?
That's what you see, right? You know what I see? I see this man is setting him up for a gold rush. I see this man is trying to destroy him, to rebuild him as a baby face, little by little.
Okay.
The kid is still
Okay.
young, and he needs some seasoning. I mean, we're talking about Logan Paul pulling this off on one night, and he's been doing this for how many
One
months?
leg.
And it's not genuine. It's whack, right? Tyler Breeze did a better job of that. So it's just fair. It's just fair.
Interesting point.
But
Interesting.
Theory's in the conversation for the future. Theory's like a Randy Orton right now. It's okay if he takes a couple steps back because he's gonna be here for a minute. He's a
Yeah, he'll be
superstar
here
in the
for a while.
making.
Yeah.
And that's what Triple H is doing.
Yeah.
Because
Preserve.
what has he done? Ezekiel, bye. Give me back Elias, right? Give me back Mia Yim,
With his beard.
right? We need somebody to go up against Rhea Ripley. Give me Mia Yim back, right?
I'll take Mia Yim back.
Give me Braun Strowman back. Yo, by the way, Braun Strowman and almost two giants fighting in Saudi Arabia. Yo, they had a decent match.
Well, you brought up Braun. Can we bring up his?
Go there.
Let's go.
With that point, I see how Triple H looked at Austin Theory like a school like stepbrother or some shit. Like, Vince McMahon was so in on Austin Theory. He was so in on Austin
Let's
Theory
humble
so
pie him a
early.
little
I
Right,
appreciate
and then
the
he
stepbrother
and he stuck there like, damn, yo, because when I was that age, yo, you buried the crap out of me because I hugged my boys.
But you know, he also clicked. I'm just saying.
That's what. Well, no, but he's like, nah. People pay their dues out here. You 24 years old, go back, go to the back of line. Get out of here.
You know, and the thing is, that even if people don't pay their dues, Vince is gonna do something about it because you know this has been how many years now from the Montreal screw job? Is it 17 years?
That's got to do with anything right now.
I'm just saying, it's a 25-year anniversary.
Is it? Is that today?
Today.
That's I got an alarm on my phone today. That's probably what it was.
Old school became a smart mark.
I got Montreal screw job
smart
on my
mark.
phone.
That's right.
I went onto this
As
site
an
called
alarm.
Excite, and I googled up Montreal.
Screw job. That's the day everybody found out that Vince McMahon was the man pushing the buttons,
Yo,
right?
you have that as a calendar.
Maybe.
Nah, you don't.
No.
So
I will though.
All right.
Starting today.
But yes, also Chris Jericho's birthday. Happy birthday, Chris Jericho. We all know who you voted for.
Yo,
Oh.
He said he was
Let's
gonna
see.
break the walls down at the Capitol.
Wow.
You know who's breaking some walls, yo?
Oh.
WWE Raw's 30th anniversary.
Anniversary
Breaking walls
time.
and breaking a couple necks out here, yo. Don't Google the logo
No
for their
off.
show.
Oh, really?
Damn.
Why?
Can I
Why?
decorate? I want to be in charge of decorations and themes.
Nah, I don't think you
Please.
understand what it's
I wanna-
Raw is XXX.
30.
Wait,
in like
what?
the old school Raw.
Oh,
you
Raw's 30.
I didn't
like
see
Raw
that.
is War,
Yeah.
but it's in that
Oh, it's gonna be
box.
war.
But it's Raw XXX.
and then
it's
the
30.
loop came out, right?
Yo, what is it with y'all, man? Every time, no nice things. With y'all.
Woo!
Conversation.
Shout
like
out to our
mad.
sponsor, Adam and Eve.
Hey,
No,
oh.
that wasn't the thing. That wasn't
Hey,
the thing.
oh.
Maybe for
They gonna
Valentine's
come
Day.
out with some real storylines this
Valentine's
week.
Day.
What are they doing?
Maybe
Yo,
Valentine's Day.
man, the fact of the
But you
matter
know
is
what-
that
what-
the logo's 30. Don't Google it, bro. That's it.
But
Don't
you're
Google
talking-
it.
you're
Don't
talking about
Google the
logos,
logo.
and that just reminds me, the Astros won the World Series.
Yo,
Congratulations.
The assholes? Why'd
The
you
what?
call them assholes?
You have basketball starting up again,
Fair and square.
right? NFL's full steam ahead.
I see where you're going
Oh,
with this. And there's
oh.
only one place you
And
can go.
Christmas is about to come.
So where would you go with this?
You know,
Correct.
I said we go to Champs. No. Let's go to Foco.com.
Oh.
Look, you can go 100 other places. You know where you can go, but you don't know the greatest kept secret on the interwebs is Foco.com. You go to Foco.com for all your officially licensed merch. NCAA, MLB, NBA, NFL.
College
all the
football,
seasons are in
baby.
full effect. We got NHL, but most importantly, we got WWE bobbleheads. Yo, you want to get your head game right? You go to Foco.com. Get
That's a
that.
t-shirt. That's a t-shirt.
That is a t-shirt.
Want to get your head game
Foco,
right?
You put the Foco.com code and you got HPC10 NOV. You're welcome.
Foco me, Foco you.
Use your promo code, yo.
Yo, save that
So-
green before Black Friday.
So Triple H, Triple X, he is once again undoing all the wrongs, right? And that's why.
Undoing all the Raws.
Yes.
Are we gonna get some Vicky? Oh, never mind.
No. This is why you have you had a
Katie
new
Vick?
24/7 champion
What's he doing?
by the name of Nikki Cross,
Wow, trash.
and then you also had Nikki Cross, said champion, throw the title in the trash.
Trash.
Now, this is something we've seen only numerous times
I've never seen this in my life.
in wrestling history, right? We were talking about it before. What were some of those moments that we saw a title being thrown in the trash?
I seen a basketball game.
Billy Corgan threw Nick Aldis in the trash. That's trash.
That is fair.
Trash.
That is fair. Fair indeed.
But like the most famous, right? If we're gonna talk about actual titles in trash, is Medusa.
If we're gonna talk
Yo,
about
Medusa
the 25th
Oblongata.
anniversary of the Montreal screw job, what triggered it? Medusa throwing her.
That was a trigger. Yeah.
Nitro.
That's fair. I remember seeing that and just being like, "Damn, that's crazy," but not as crazy as the one Vic showed me. Yo, I never remembered that one.
Yeah, because that was in the worst times of
that,
this
like, I
WCW.
cannot
Three.
believe
He
that,
got
like,
blocked. Did a
yo,
crossover
Scott
spin
Hall,
move.
dog, like
That-
Scott Hall
Hey,
is
yo.
my guy. Hey yo,
Oh.
and I did not remember that.
He he threw away probably one of my favorite titles ever.
He didn't. Hall did it. He should have had better defense.
He was the champion.
Scott Hall needed some better defense. How about that? How about we defend the
He
little?
did get cracked early in the game.
Yeah, he fell for the trap.
Well, it wasn't his fault. He played football.
Got
Kevin Nash
crossed
played basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got
it's
crossed.
just what happens.
Hard.
Crossed.
You know what I mean? I think it has something to do with the heights.
It's that D1.
Hey.
Kevin Nash dunking. What title was it?
The U.S.
The TV
of
title.
A, baby.
What? No, it's not.
Oh, it's a TV
You get
title.
it right. It's a world television
That's
title.
what I
Oh,
thought.
it was on television. That's right. I saw it.
Arn Anderson.
That's right. I saw it on television. That's right.
Arn
You know
Anderson.
who? You know. Speaking of
Set
trash,
on fire.
Speaking of trash.
one thing, the reason why Nikki, I think the real reason why Nikki threw in the trash is because we know R-Truth is not coming after. R-Truth injury,
no.
surgery needed. He's gonna be away for some time.
Actual quads.
Right,
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
quad, man. So it sucks. But yo, it's crazy because R-Truth could come back. R-Truth could come back in 10 years, look the same, and still hit. Like
I'll
still
show
hits.
you how.
I just hope we get R-Truth and Jimmy again.
You want to get him and Jimmy?
But something
Why,
that I
you
want to
having
see
more kids?
again and more of is Tales of the Territories.
Wow.
Because
I see that.
week by week, man,
Yeah,
I'm getting. This is knowledge right here. I'm in a classroom, right? Because the people that you have surrounding the table telling you these stories about things we've never heard before. Some of them we've heard a variation of it, but not from the perspective of the people that have been there, right? So this week in particular, we had the story of Leah Maivia. A story that if you watch Young Rock, they have portrayed. They have told the story in one perspective. And you had an opportunity to have people like Kevin Sullivan, Lars Anderson, talk about what the experience was like. And it was so interesting to see how, one, after Peter Maivia passing, as a woman of color, a minority, in the industry we're talking about, professional wrestling, to be a boss, bro. Like, you had talent like Andre the Giant coming down there to work. People wanted to come from all over to go work. And you had the Samoan family, right? The Alphas, like the Fatus, just these brolic human beings that are excellent wrestlers, right? That they just sell,
powerhouses,
right? Like you could believe it, right? There's no need to not believe it. It's crazy because what I got taken aback by was that Kevin Sullivan, he talked about a story once where
Enlighten me, JP.
Siva Afi, who was essentially the top man in the card at that moment, and the champion, Leah wanted him to beat him. She wanted Kevin Sullivan to go over as the foreigner who is coming for them, right? Calling them coconuts. That was the thing.
Hey.
Called them coconuts.
With his South Boston accent.
Right. That didn't go over well. And so when she told him this, he was like, "What, you on what?" Because what he saw as he looked down that arena, thousands of Polynesian men, Samoan men, 280 plus, ready to snap him in half. He tells her, "Okay, I'll go in there." Bro, this man, once the bell rang, pulled Siva towards him, on top of him, pinned 1, 2, 3, ran out the ring, went in the dressing room, started getting dressed, and was the fuck up out of there. Yo, because why? He says he made a life decision at that moment. He made a life decision. But you know, it's crazy because
it's crazy.
That just
because,
reminds me.
Take that W like you're supposed to.
Right? But really? Because, you know, there's other people that do things a little bit more with flair. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when Ric Flair went down to the Dominican Republic, right? The Dominican Republic to face the one and only Jack Veneno in 1982. The man was not supposed to drop the title. He was a champion, the NWA champion, the world heavyweight champion. But the ruckus in the Palacio was so loud. The weapons were brandished. He knew for a fact he could not leave their champion. So he made the decision to drop the belt to Jack Veneno to make the crowd happy. But you know what? At least Ric Flair went through the match.
That part.
Ric Flair went through a full match. And he had, you know, he still got his heat.
And we still talking about it today?
We're still talking about it today. Because Kevin Sullivan did it. You know what I'm saying? But no, man. Honestly, I honestly think there should be a movie made of Leah Maivia because the story. I mean, the FBI investigation. And once again, all this stuff is in Young Rock too, but you get a little bit more.
I was about to say
story.
Young Rock is not enough.
No, I think
We don't gotta make it
because
just
Young Rock is not. The Young Rock is about The Rock.
Right.
Let's see about Leah Maivia.
Plus, listen, it's his grandma. You think he's gonna put her in a negative light?
Right. And I mean, the fact that she got indicted.
Dark
and
Side of the
FBI, I mean, he
Ring.
did enough, right?
The real one.
The Rock's grandma, Dark Side of the Ring, coming soon.
But the thing is, Lars Anderson was part of that investigation. He talks about it in this episode. And so
That's a different investigation.
He's a different investigation.
Tales of the Territories, man.
Hey,
Last
yo.
week we had Stampede Wrestling. Got to learn about Stu Hart, the Dungeon. Bret Hart was there. Man.
JP Warhorse tweeted out, he's like, wouldn't it have been cool to have cell phone cameras when Stu Hart had his dungeon for all that dope ass footage / incriminating evidence?
He would have been in his channel so fast.
Bro, 100%.
15 hours stretch.
100%.
It's a long
He
time.
was stretching the Robin for 4 hours, bro.
I get it.
Yeah, like, because you know what? That's his justice, right?
It's his justice.
And I mean, he's not maiming anybody, right?
Yo, if they can, I mean,
Not maiming.
Hogan
Let me show
would
you what they taught me. You gotta
Come over here, Shana. Let me just do this right. Apparently, every time you went over to the house, doesn't matter if you're a man or female, he was trying to wrestle. It's kind of like Ready to Rumble.
All right.
I'm trying to wrestle.
Well, no, that's who they based the character off of. It was supposed to be off of Stu.
It makes sense.
That's incredible.
It's amazing. But yeah, Tales of the Territory. The Rock, thank you for bringing that to the table too. Because there's one thing about making an impact and doing the crossover, but also bringing the history, back. If you have a platform, being able to express that to shine light. I mean, you have these veterans, these Hall of Famers that people don't hear from anymore, and they have a platform now to talk about the things that did happen,
Big facts.
the things that the foundation of what we love, professional wrestling. So it's been great. I'm looking forward to more episodes. Shout out to The Rock.
What's
And
next
shout
week?
out to The Rock's daughter, Ava Rain. Honestly, her
NXT
promos have been
debut.
hitting, and NXT debut, and she's starting to look more like Rhea Ripley in Judgment Day. Like, she looks like she's the head of the faction right now. The way she's speaking on the mic, which is very interesting. And I don't know if you guys saw, somebody put out there, I wonder what The Rock thinks about this debut or this character. And she put out, her response was, that's irrelevant. So
It doesn't matter what Daddy thinks.
I'm just saying, you know what I
Yo,
mean?
I hope. Oh my God! Imagine like that's your gimmick now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Want to know
saying.
what we think? That's irrelevant. Instead of like, it doesn't matter
That's
what your name
irrelevant.
is. It's like, what's your name?
That's perfect.
That's irrelevant.
That's perfect.
Well, that's irrelevant. Welcome to the team.
And you know what? I'm sure she has some gripes with The Rock, right? Because the parents are not together.
Daddy,
I mean, even though she's still his manager,
attention.
but I'm sure there's some. The man's on the road a lot. I'm pretty sure he wasn't there for her life.
He got 2 other kids. You know
You're
what I'm saying?
calling
I feel
him
like-
her Rocky Johnson?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Listen, it's a hard
That's what Flair was to
shoe
Charlotte,
to
right?
try on and try
It's tough. I don't blame him. It's part of the business, right?
that's part of
But
the
that's
business.
a sacrifice. I mean, Bret Hart to this day, there's some kids he don't talk to. No, Stone Cold doesn't talk to some of his kids.
He don't talk to
Yeah.
most of his kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because you don't have that relationship because you missed out on so many moments. It's tough, man. It's a big sacrifice.
It's
you
not
make.
it's not easy.
So I'm sure Ava Rain could come up with some material that hits close to the heart.
Aye.
And you know what? It would be better for her.
Imagine being Stone Cold's kid and like hating Stone Cold, but Stone Cold's mad hot right now. So everybody at school is like,
I mean, Stone Cold's just buying
Little
Jordans.
fingers and 316
Stone
shirts.
Cold's trending for buying Jordans right now.
Yo, for
You
real,
know
I
what
saw
mean?
that. Yeah.
And honestly, he got some nice pairs. He got the
Yeah.
yellows and them.
Yeah.
But shout out to
Shout-outs
Stone Cold.
to
Stone Cold also talked about
Austin
this week. He wants to wrestle more. He
Yeah.
wants to do more
So
work.
that leaves us a lot of
Possibilities.
yo, please
Yeah.
don't do it. Yo, please just.
creative,
I mean, unless you can go like Henry Godwin. Y'all saw him
No.
out there on the internet.
Jesus. We were talking about Austin's next match, And now we're going to Henry Godwin. I don't think I want to see Austin come back no more.
What is that?
If that's as close as we're gonna get.
Hey, but you're telling me you're comparing Stone Cold out to like Ric Flair. That's not what we're getting either. Stone Cold can still go.
You're right. There's a difference between Ric Flair status, Taker status.
Hold on.
And
Ric Flair's been going for the past however many decades.
Right.
Stone Cold's been out for a
long time.
Yo, he came back, had a really, really good match. Yeah.
with Owens, that was a good match.
I thought it was a good match.
It was a good scuffle.
I thought it was a nice skit.
Yeah, whatever. Like,
It
was a great segment.
It was a
nostalgic.
good segment.
It was a
I don't know
great
if I call it a
segment,
match.
yeah.
That's
it was as
but-
close to a match as we were gonna get. But it was
Probably. That's the scary part. Like,
but
I
the
don't-
thing-
that's it. But yeah,
But the thing is, you're not realizing it. If this is an intention, he's gonna prep for it. That's different from like being told that there's a spot to a run, right?
I don't care. Don't do it.
Also, you know what? There's some
Y'all
truth to that
remember
because
when Shawn Michaels ruined his own legacy
Don't do
by
it
coming
exactly.
preparing for the next one. Maybe we got something better than what we got with Owens.
I mean, look, right now they're talking about you have
Stop playing.
you have the narrative that
Stop
I've been
playing with
Look,
it.
right now you have the narrative that I've been pushing since the last couple of years at this point, right?
Come on, man.
The Rock versus Roman Reigns, because you have even Bloodline members talking about who is the real head of the table. Sika thinks it's not The Rock.
Really?
Right? So, you don't think The Rock needs some time to prep to come back? Even The Rock.
I think The
The
Rock
in-ring
is
work, the way it
I think
works
his
out,
schedule's crazy.
you
bro.
need to be able to condition yourself back into what it is to be in the ring.
Yo,
That's why he blew himself out the last time he faced, one of the times he faced John Cena.
Yo, you know what? Honestly, yeah, his schedule is crazy, right? The Rock's schedule is crazy. Blah, blah, blah. But if you want to be the man, you got to be the man.
Right.
All right? If you're going to be out here and doing Black Adam, yo, you
Little.
got to look at his whole career was kind of like being, he was making his money and he was doing his thing. But then, like, even Black Adam is not the stud that you thought it was going to be because Dwayne Johnson was in it.
Right.
Yo, Rotten Tomatoes kind of trashed it a little bit. Like, it's probably the best DC movie. That ain't saying a lot. Let's be real.
That's tough. I mean,
So-
the only other movie I can compare that's maybe a little better, and I haven't seen Black Adam, but Wonder Woman, the first one, that's it.
Wonder Woman was alright.
And
but
the
it was
Justice
alright.
League Uncut.
I can't be
I
a-
have issues with
Suicide Squad, the
Suicide Squad.
the second one.
John
Shout out-
Cena.
With John Cena.
Shout out to James Gunn.
I'm
Yes.
not a great judge of
Becoming
those
the
Marvel
DC,
movies. I mean, Superman versus
DC
Batman was probably the
Kevin
best
Feige.
nap I've had in
Right,
years.
right, right, right.
Oh my God! Yo, Superman, Batman. That
I was like the
Justice
best
League
nap I've had in years. So I don't know.
Bro, now's the beginning of a match.
How-
bro.
how
what's
to
great?
gauge.
You know what's great series though? Peacemaker.
Peacemaker was
Peacemaker's
good.
dope.
Peacemaker was dope.
Fire.
Yo, so
show,
that's where
fire.
John Cena keeps whooping the Rock's ass as a DC character. But
hey.
anyway,
Hey.
anyway,
Dun, dun,
The
dun.
Rock has kept himself in. And he's always got to
but.
have in his back pocket. If you're really gonna sell XFL, if you're really gonna be the man,
Right.
you gotta come back. And if there's
Right.
ever a moment, it's gotta be this one, my guy. Like you got
Yeah.
Roman Reigns really
Right.
killing it right now. I feel
Right.
like I've made this argument
Right.
before.
No,
And
you
I'm
Yeah,
not.
there's no way you leave
Not-
this
not-
on the
not this
table.
way. Not with
For
this
real,
passion.
like, yo,
Not with
son,
these
like-
facts, my
No,
man.
'cause it's
This is the
out
time.
there.
You speaking about it right now.
It's out there.
It's out there.
It's out there.
Yo, you got me excited because you're right.
Hey.
Cream
What if
rises
Black
to the top.
Adam
Where are
was
your
a bit
pants?
of a flop, right?
you
What
know
if
what I'm
the XFL is becoming very challenging to really start to sell these tickets?
He hate me.
What can make that
He sell
conversation
league.
go up? The Rock up against Roman Reigns in Hollywood.
He
Like,
wrestle
the right to
again.
sell, folks. And I know there's some of you that may be of lesser intellect and think
say
that
you
they don't
don't.
want to see that.
I see that.
But you don't understand blessings when they're in front of your face.
Lesser intellect.
Because not only is The Rock gonna do it, you know why? For him, for his businesses,
Because-
business ventures, and career goals, etc. But he's also gonna do it for the family. Because that's a big ass payday for the entire family right there.
Gonna do it for the
glad you said
people.
Legacy building,
I'm glad you said that. God
legacy
damn it, I'm so glad you
building
said
payday. Because if Roman Reigns goes
had
over on
those
that
before.
match, what does that say about him? Right? If The Rock goes over on that match,
He's making my whole argument.
what does it say about The Rock right now?
If you smile.
So I'm gonna give you my answer in two parts, right? Number
Got
one,
it.
you're absolutely right here. You're absolutely right here, right?
Thank you. I'm
You
gonna
bring
take
in
that one.
The Rock.
I'm gonna
right?
embrace it. You don't say
The
that very
Rock.
much.
Yo, son, this is good business, my guy.
Yeah.
Yo, you got Black Adam. You got all these things you want to promote. You got XFL out there. You got other $7 Productions right out here.
That's like
so if you
$7,
really
right?
out here, then going back home on the biggest platform at Hollywood, that's the place to do it. And it's not like Stone Cold's deal. The Rock has kept himself in incredible shape. There's just such a difference. We're
Big
talking about a
difference.
very clear story here with Roman Reigns. Like, this is a once in a lifetime. Roman Reigns with the longevity that he's had right now with this Universal title reign. This is a different story. And then you got The Rock. Like, this is just a perfect confluence of events. God damn it, this is when it's got to happen.
Yeah.
Hollywood, it's got to happen. With Stone Cold, with the Stone Cold argument, to do what? What's the story there? There is no story
Yeah,
there. It's
and-
just like, oh, you bring a Stone Cold around to see what's up. Nah, The Rock has a specific purpose.
Right,
Stone
right.
Cold has no purpose in elevating other talent, right? You agree? I'm glad, because when we talk about Logan Paul and Bad Bunny at WrestleMania, that is the most trash idea I've ever heard in my life. Because you said that shit before, and I thought that was crazy.
Before I answer the lunacy that you just spewed on the
You
microphone,
said it yourself. You gave me the bullets and you put it in my gun.
Bullet
1 second.
Club.
I just want to mention for that
You out of your goddamn mind.
the way that this match is going to be set up is something
Like
that
my bank
Roman
account?
Reigns is doing right now that is excellent. Roman Reigns breaking the fourth wall as he's leaving the ring, talking to the camera.
That's awesome.
Is everything. Right
Yeah.
now. And that's how he's going to set up this match.
Cool on in the building.
The match is not going to be set up because on the microphone in the ring. No. The commentator's not going to talk about it. It's going to be set up by him breaking the fourth wall, talking to that camera, talking shit, and then The Rock responding online, and then him responding online, and then the Bloodline members responding
That's how
online.
it'll start. I agree.
That's how it's going to start. But honestly, Roman Reigns talking his shit. One of the best things, quotes coming out of Saudi Arabia, it's not stop. It's not that.
Yo,
It's Roman Reigns. It's Roman Reigns saying, "Who's the next YouTube star that wants it?" You know what I'm saying? Like, he's out here just living his best life. But now, when you talk about Logan Paul and Bad Bunny,
we want it. You won't talk about who's the YouTuber that won. We want it right here. Yo, you talking about bloodlines. We out here from day one ish. What you know? You know cousins. I got family too, my guy. We out here. What you were saying? Bad Bunny
And
Logan
Logan
Paul. Go ahead.
So the
Put
reason
that
why
idea, right? You back
All right.
it up a little bit, and then you throw that in the trash with Medusa's title.
All right, so one thing we're
Hey.
realizing right now is that Triple H has become somewhat of a savant when it comes to this booking right now, because the man is shooting his shot. Now everything has been a home run, but they're getting hits after hit after hit after hit.
sport lines,
Of
like,
course,
like-
because the metaphors have to be crossed
home
international.
The bomb to the wide receiver was a home run, but then he fumbled.
That's not what I
And
did.
then the 3-point shot was a banger.
Goalie missed it, and then it was a score.
But
He had tricked the whole run.
the
Yeah, it
one
was
thing
the hat
that he
trick.
is doing
That was a slippery hockey
is that
puck.
he's understanding what sells,
Came on second base.
right? And at the end of the day, what sells? I mean, he just booked Logan Paul versus Roman
Did
Reigns.
they clean up afterwards?
And Logan Paul had a decent match versus the.
Nah, it was more than decent. It was more than decent. It was a great match. It was a great match.
And shout out to him doing Hangman Page's move, FYI.
Yo, word, the buckshot Larry.
The
I
buckshot.
feel like that's what destroyed his knee.
That's
Personally.
probably
You think
why.
so, right? Wait, was that after or before the spot on the top?
Well, he's not fighting boxing anymore. It's more Jake Paul. Jake Paul just finished fighting
Jake,
Anderson
yeah.
Silva. But if you notice in Saudi Arabia when he came out,
Which-
he had entrance music too.
Listen,
Gives me my idea for what should be the real WrestleMania.
followers. What you do?
That's accurate.
You get his brother with the same amount, or maybe more, or whatever the case. I don't give a damn. But you bring them together,
Right.
and now, yeah, give me
And
the
versus the
Usos, the
Usos.
best tag team.
And what's
Based
great-
off of what
for
we
the
just saw in
Usos.
Saudi Arabia,
Right. And what's great about that is because the Usos could carry the match, right?
Hell
Exactly.
yeah!
So that's another great point.
Hell
right?
The
yeah.
Usos could carry the match.
But it's
I hear
also
that.
a match that like, dope
It sells.
Usos, right? Like you're
Yeah.
gonna be like, after this match, who you gonna talk about?
Right,
Usos,
Right,
right? You're gonna be
right.
like, Usos.
right.
That's why, Dunce Cap, you don't have that Bad Bunny Logan Paul match.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
No.
This whole time y'all making my argument for me.
Because
You don't have that.
The one problem you're misunderstanding is that
KO and
the
Sammy is a
Usos-
good one too.
The Usos will be probably go down as one of the top tag teams ever do it.
Oh, you got him winning on Friday. To your
Human
point. That's to your
beings.
point.
That's to my point. You see how he
Human
makes my
beings.
No, but he's making his point to your
up
point.
against each other.
No.
Because now
Grandest
that's the
stage of
same
them all.
reason
I'ma
why
tell
you
you
got
why
Jake
you
and
done.
At
Logan.
the
I'ma tell you why
grandest
you done.
stage of them all.
I'm
But,
tell you why
but
you done,
here's the
bro.
difference.
That's the same reason why you got Jake
But
and
here's
Logan
the-
though.
here's
And
the-
now you're bringing in a different genre.
And
I'll tell you why
I
you
would be
done.
remiss.
different
and
genre
I would be
people.
remiss not to mention Logan Paul.
Is
talking
there a
shit
K in
about
remiss?
Bad Bunny
Not everyone
talking
makes the
about
roster.
taxation when he's like, oh, he's living off the policies in Puerto Rico. He's living off his people, talking shit on social media, on podcasts. So there's already a real life situation that's brewing between the two. Triple H is
You ready to
smart
be
enough to
done, though?
sniff that out. To excavate that beef and bring it to
I
the
feel like
table.
That's how the
something you let
sniff
simmer,
sounds.
though, right? Because here's my thing.
We're talking about WrestleMania.
You want to be done,
Yeah,
though?
but
That's
I'ma let
letting
y'all
it
be done.
simmer.
Go ahead,
yeah,
keep being done.
but here's my thing though.
Keep being
You
dumb.
think they can actually wrestle a match between
My
the two
name is
of them?
Dum Dum.
So what we've seen right
Like a
now.
whole
I just be
ass
dumb
match.
and
So what
between
we've
the
seen
two
right
of them.
now is
Dumb it
that
on the weekends,
Logan Paul
dumb it in the
can.
morning, dumb it at
Right?
supper
He
time.
can wrestle a match, but can
When
he lead?
Gumming's on the
He
bagel,
can.
you could
That's
be
what we've seen so
dumbing
far.
anytime.
We were impressed by what we saw out of Bad Bunny. So much so that Shad Moss himself wants to wrestle.
Hey.
Bow Wow, talk to me.
Hey.
But
You gonna talk to JD?
Hey.
so at the end of the day, you can't work a
Yeah.
match for those two. They can't build up a match for those two.
Yeah.
To go at it.
Why
Yeah.
though?
Because it's WrestleMania. What is WrestleMania was about? It's the grandest season of them all. You want celebrities to be in the forefront.
Listen.
Why was Pamela Anderson walking down with Shawn Michaels?
The bold
Right?
predictions
Why-
are
why
clear.
is Lawrence
You keep
Taylor in the
making-
match?
Look, yo, you keep making my point for me. Are you done dumbing it up so I can dumb it down?
No, what I'm telling you is, for the
He's
first
not done,
time-
sir.
What I'm telling you is, for the first time
making my
ever,
point for me.
what I'm telling you is, for the first time ever, WWE has an opportunity to bring
it
in
up.
two celebrities that are on top of their game, that they've trained to put on a show.
I think that's worth a lot.
Don't dumb it up for yourself too.
Look, in the grand scheme of things, when you take two celebs that don't know nothing about the
Okay,
business.
but here's my thing.
It's gonna be fun to watch.
No, but given their performances, given their performances, you put them in there with a vet referee, bro.
Yeah. That's it. Just put that.
Hey,
in
just
there.
throw that ref in there,
Yo.
Stone Cold. Hey, you want a Stone Cold back, right? Hey.
So all right, let's look at it this way. How much was that match with Roman Reigns
a lot
practice?
more. That says a lot more than just the Paul
You
brothers
didn't practice
going
that?
against an
And he
established
still
tag
got
team.
hurt.
Y'all done?
He still got hurt, but they practiced it. That's why we got a fucking great.
I ain't mad at you, JP.
You know what I'm
But we
saying?
gotta
It's
hear
trash, though.
we gotta
It's
hear
trash.
mischief
all
though.
I know is you talk about 7 billion followers potentially viewing that particular match,
Yeah.
paying to watch WrestleMania because Bad Bunny's gonna go up against the colonizer Logan Paul. You serious?
Yeah.
That sells itself
Yo,
10 times on
Come on, from the
Colonizer.
guy that collects scratch and sniff butthole pictures. Look.
Hey,
the matter.
listen,
What?
I've seen them.
That's a
I've
thing?
seen
When
them.
you,
I've
I
seen
know
them.
you'd be curious. But
where do
the
you
fact
get
of the matter is, right? You ever play Mario Kart?
Me either.
Y'all play Mario Kart?
Shout out to
So you know when
shout out
you
to
play
Mario
Mario
Kart
Kart,
Flex. Tell them about me and
Right,
Mario
you gotta
Kart.
start
Dun,
the-
dun, dun,
and
dun,
yo,
dun,
the
dun.
dude next to him kind of rips that shit too.
Hey,
and
dun, 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 dun,
then he tell you know what happens?
Nothing.
Nothing happened.
Wait, I'm lost. Wait.
Let's go
In
down.
the ring with Logan Paul. You know what happens? Nothing happens.
Fucking done.
Nothing happens. You put all those 80,000 followers and right? And all this magic into
80,000.
one match. For what? 80 million.
The
Qualities for what?
80
so that
million.
at the end
Try
of this
billion,
match,
puppy.
That's a lot
no
of money.
one cares anymore.
That's a
None of
lot
that we're
of
going to
money.
keep watching because none of that was transferable. None of that was transferable. People watched that match and tuned out. Let's be real. People don't watch all the pay-per-views. People that follow Bad Bunny are not going to watch the whole pay-per-view. People that follow
Just the
Logan Paul
match.
like that are not going to watch. Yo, I'm a Bad Bunny fan, right?
25
I be
million.
banging with Bad Bunny all the time in my car, yo. Every stop sign just be nodding to my shit. And then,
But what does that matter to Triple H?
Si quiere, te la
Now he has a match
saco.
with Logan Paul. I might check out his YouTube.
Bro, Okay, but
But what does that matter?
that's
What does
bold
that
though.
Or
That's bold.
put Bad Bunny with a wrestler. You have the optics of a better match because you will have a better match. And there is transferable star power.
Yeah, but
now,
that's
people that follow Bad Bunny will watch a Miz match and be like, I remember that guy.
Right.
Right, but they
But
already
that's
had that
assuming.
match.
That's
Logan
assuming.
Paul has a match with Miz. You watch the match. You watch WWE, or someone comes across the screen. You're like, oh, I remember that guy.
But we
And
already
now I
saw
watch
those
WWE.
matches.
That's a star from WWE. Now there's a product tie-in with WWE. It's not a thing that they did. It's not a gimmick that they did in WWE that has no real transferable energy. It's just that one-off. You feel me? There's no sense in having these two stars butt heads.
But it's only for the one-off. It is only for the one-off. It is
And
for the
it's
one-off.
WrestleMania.
It's WrestleMania. It's only for the
Nah.
one. We're not trying to watch them on
and
Raw
to
every
your
week.
previous point, because you were just feeding me, right? You talked about Lawrence Taylor. Who did he wrestle?
Nobody.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
A wrestler.
100%. No, I understand
Right?
that. That's
Cyndi
why.
Lauper was in there against
Yeah.
like doing what?
Shout out to
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch playing the role of Cyndi Lauper
Very
in
cool,
Young Rock.
dude.
Yo.
Very dope.
Yo.
Opportunities, right?
Killed it.
And that's what the forest women are getting opportunities on the
The
wazoo.
star, but the point is that the star goes in there
Yes.
with a wrestler to transfer
you know-
that.
But
energy.
But listen,
I'm gonna be
Remedial-
honest. The
Remedial-
whole time him
Remedial-
talking, I'm thinking you already assuming some kind of wrestler is gonna be involved in that.
100%.
Some kind of way.
No, but it was
100%.
just what's the wrestler involvement?
Well,
Whatever,
you
whatever.
Already, you already know the fact that the bloodline is going to interfere because one of these celebrities taking our opportunities. That's the story that tells itself.
Bloodline. Why would the bloodline interfere?
What, in that
You
one-on-one
already know,
match?
like Logan Paul.
Logan
They-
Paul lost to Roman Reigns. What's the deal with that?
They at the top of the card. Why
Right.
they care?
Yeah, why would
Well,
you?
No,
anybody
okay.
else have Judgment Day attacked him, right? Then you have the story of
What's the story? That just that Bad Bunny.
remember,
messed with Priest?
Damian Priest wanted to recruit Bad Bunny. He already said that.
That's his
And
boy.
maybe Bad
That's
Bunny
his
turns
boy.
him down. You know what I'm saying? Like
Either way, there's a
either
way. There's my
somebody's gonna be
assumption
involved.
is that there's a way to manipulate some kind of wrestler involved in the story. At some point.
Remedial
Bad Bunny
Joe,
turns him down,
Remedial
then
Joe.
what?
What I'm telling you
Then
is
what?
the opportunity you have now
Bunny gonna look
is
in no
that
big
is for the
old way?
first time you have two celebrities that can actually put on a match.
Yo, and hold on. And putting on a match is another very strong statement.
That's big, though.
Logan Paul put a whole match and a half.
Right.
Well, no, that he wrestled Miz.
Yeah.
So
When-
he's done a couple matches now.
right.
The same
but
reason
Bad
why The
Bunny
Rock
don't
can't
got-
leave this match and not let this match slip through through this year, whatever, with Roman Reigns is the same reason why they should capitalize on having two celebs that can put on a match.
But not with each other. And Bad Bunny.
Who's gonna lead them? Who's gonna lead them?
Right.
You're gonna have the guy that had 6 matches lead the guy that had a match or half a match.
A match, yeah, like he was part of a tag team.
There's got to be some creative way to put somebody involved in it.
But they've got to be the third part. Like they've got to tango.
No, I
Like,
get
they've
that
gotta
part. That point is lost. It won't never be a one-on-one. It's clearly where we're at. That's definitely. It will never be a one-on-one because they need some kind of.
That's what you want to see? Like,
But for the same point, it would be harder.
He's a terrible example.
It would
of
be harder.
transferable
It would be
energy.
harder for the Pauls to be on the same team
You're throwing me
to go
peak.
against two wrestlers.
Estoy en
Two.
mi peak.
Isn't it make more sense if one Paul was with one of the wrestlers?
100%. Either way,
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
talking
right.
about
It's
is
right? Like,
you're
that's
bringing
something-
that star
Like-
power to the table. And remember, you can make this match a street fight. It doesn't matter as long as you make it entertaining. As long as you
Logan
make it
Paul
entertaining.
has to come back and wrestle Sami Zayn.
Ooh.
My dog.
That's anybody that touches Sammy's path right now is
A triple
is
threat match.
over.
Sami Zayn, Jake Paul.
You're getting all TV time right now.
What?
That would be kind of crazy.
If someone could do it.
It'd be Sami Zayn.
Yo, if he could carry Wee Man and,
Yo.
and Johnny Knoxville.
Yo, it
Yo,
would be
shout
Sami
outs to
Zayn.
cause I have
But
I know
let's put some respect to
sources
The
and shit.
Miz. Like, The Miz is involved in both of these
Miz
guys.
is a gateway drug.
And The Miz right now with the situation with
He's an
Old
easy
Boy,
plug-in for sure.
Bro,
For sure, he's an
it's
easy
money
plug-in.
right now. It's money.
The Miz is the guy. Yo, he's a gateway drug, right? If you go into the WWE, there's two gateway drugs, and it's Miz and Seth Rollins. If
Okay.
you're gonna get into WWE, he's
Okay.
your gateway. Like, yo, you
Okay.
gotta go through him. They're gonna take all those guys and make
And if
them-
Seth-
Listen, whatever your choice
Sting's
is.
looking great.
Shout outs to Sting on what is it? That show coming up with Sting in Jersey?
Oh yeah, that show is somewhere in Times River.
Yeah.
A shout out to a couple shows.
Cardona
happening this
gonna be there,
weekend. Next week you have Ace Wrestling Mischief and I have experience in Ace Wrestling.
Excuse me?
Watching Tommy Dreamer in a hardcore match in Union City, New Jersey, our hometown.
Where?
Ace
Where?
Wrestling, Union City, New Jersey. Our
I don't know what
hometown.
that place
I
is.
remember
Yo,
that.
Ace
Talking
Wrestling
about.
coming back, and Jay Lethal's gonna be there.
I forgot that was Ace Wrestling.
That
November
dump?
19th. No, it's not gonna be there. It's gonna be in Ramsey, I believe. But
Oh, okay.
but they acknowledge all the homes that Ace Wrestling has had. You know what I'm saying? So like, and Jay Lethal is, I mean, that's the home of AJ
Jersey
Lethal.
boy.
God. Yo,
Jersey
Savio
mate.
Vega had a match that night, right?
Hey.
Right, Savio Vega had a match as well.
Was it
Shout out to
cage
Savio.
match?
He's still
Yes, it was a cage
wrestling,
match.
yo.
Cage match.
Savio
Yeah, I forgot
Vega's
who he
still
wrestled.
getting that
MLW,
bag.
baby, MLW.
Savio Vega runs Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
All of
Look
it.
at that.
Yeah.
Killing it.
I mean, we saw him. We
you
went to
know what else
MLW. We saw him.
You know what else is killing it right now? This little promotion down in Texas.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
I don't know how. I don't think. I mean, little and big, and little and Texas don't make
That's
sense because
true.
everything's bigger. And
Well, if it's not little and if it's not bigger,
oh my
it's
God.
definitely new.
hey,
New Texas Pro
That's the one.
4th anniversary show
Uh-huh.
presented by
Who?
the patrons of the art.
That's right. That's right.
that is
gotta
us. That
swallow-
is
I mean,
we.
if
That
you
is
want to
us.
know,
You gotta swallow your plastic cup.
it's a quality show. You see our little logo, you got it. All right.
You know it's gonna be a banger.
The whole card, just banger.
Banger
after
certified.
Banger,
Banger certified.
After banger after banger.
Bad
We're
guy
like
certified.
The Seamus of sponsors.
Hey.
Oh, shout out to Sheamus getting married. This
Wow,
past-
shout out to St.
got
Don.
a
And yo,
weird amount
the
of
groomsmen, you had Drew
comfortable.
McIntyre, best man.
All right.
You had Claudio Staglioli. I said the name wrong for sure. He was there as well.
Right.
And this
Miro?
and Miro.
Miro, and they
and
all have, and two random dudes, two random dudes,
Right.
and they all have amazing thighs.
Yes, yes. The kilts were on fucking.
They must work out.
That's an interesting.
But
angle
they
to
did it
take.
in New York. Quintessential Celtic wedding. Beautiful. Congratulations to Sheamus, man. The man, yo.
Sheamus, man.
Not only is he coming
Sheamus,
off
man.
of maybe one of his best years. Also, to top it off, with getting married, finding the love of his life. That's awesome. That's great stuff. Hope more tans come into play. And she is Latina. She's Latina. She's
for real?
Latina. Yeah.
Hey, no way.
So,
That's
Jersey
what's
City, New
up.
Jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Stand up, Jersey City. You already know.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
sit down.
Yeah, baby.
We don't left. We don't left a whole lot on the table tonight,
Some
including
news section
Nick
pros
Aldis.
having, paper
Yo,
money.
all right.
But we covered it because we spent a good portion talking about trash. So we kind of covered them.
Trash. Yo, Nick Aldis, where does he go, yo?
Nick Aldis.
Yeah, so Nick Aldis
Nick
said
Aldis.
He's the
leaving-
chair shot of the week.
He's leaving
apparently
NWA.
for,
All right,
for
yeah,
a
let's
lot.
go there.
Needs to go to the AWA back in 1974.
Ooh, not for nothing. I give him a lot of shit. We know this. The promo shit wasn't working over there in the NWA. Apparently, a lot of other shit wasn't working in NWA. But giving them to WWE and Hunter, I better see if he does. I can see a potential what Bobby Roode was supposed to be.
So
Right. Oh, that's a good one.
Glorious, the whole elegance,
I love your point.
nature
like,
boy
yeah,
type
yeah.
esque.
Case in point, what he's doing with LA Knight right now, right? LA Knight was put into that whole modeling situation. Now LA Knight's coming back to what he was.
But LA Knight's turning into a breed of
Attitude
Austin
era,
and
yeah.
Rock.
That's always
He's
been
not
LA
more
Knight.
elegance though.
That's been always
Right.
LA Knight.
I'm
That's
talking.
LA
I'm
Knight.
talking more like Ric Flair,
No.
heavyweight champion every
Sure,
damn week.
I understand that. But what I'm trying to tell you is, first and foremost, let's not disrespect the years that he spent carrying that 10 pounds of gold.
Okay, no,
Because
definitely not.
He was a champion for a very long
Right,
time.
right.
Like,
Very
and
long time
was-
NWA
and
wasn't on
what-
TV. I'm just saying.
but he was the one carrying.
But he was holding it.
was
Yeah, he
holding
was.
it down.
He was the
But
workhorse.
what happened?
I'll give him
They
that.
got more exposure, and they said we need a little bit more star power. But to be fair, what's the star power they have?
Trevor Murdoch.
Trevor
Yeah, I was
Murdoch.
like, they say Trevor
Right?
Murdoch gonna
So-
bring more eyes than
So
Nick
that's
Aldis.
and not,
That's
no,
a
no,
lot.
listen.
Yo, can I make a
Trevor
comparison?
Murdoch could go in the ring.
Pop
but
of the week.
Yo,
That's what they have.
Help
But
me
at the
out.
end of the day,
help me out real quick.
Yes.
Hold on, help me out real quick.
I'll help you.
New York Jets.
Talk about
Right.
it.
Woo! How about them Jets?
New York Jets. The
He said
year
keep
that
the
they
receipts.
drafted
Sound like a
Mark
receipts.
Sanchez, they went to the championship game.
The
AFC
butt fumble.
championship
Oh
game.
yeah, I remember that.
You remember that year?
Rex
That
Ryan,
was
baby.
Rex Ryan, right? Rex
Yeah.
Ryan, Mark Sanchez. Yo, Mark Sanchez looked dope. Right, we had Braylon Edwards. Right, the team was looking
Revis
good.
Island
Team
was a
looking good. Yo, we weren't
vacation
supposed
spot.
to be up there, and then the following year, we took away a couple pieces, and it just didn't make sense to me. But we took away a couple pieces. Then after that, we took away a couple pieces. Also, AFC Championship game, we beat the Patriots. Yo, things were crazy, right? Damn. Then we took away a couple pieces. NWA is the New York Jets.
Damn.
All right, and let me talk to him
No,
real
because
quick.
that would
let me
mean-
talk to him real
That
quick.
means that the Jets were on top of the world.
The
That's
Jets
a
were on
false-
top of the. Yo, they went to the AFC Championship.
AFC
2
Championship
years
is
in a
far.
row.
The Jets can't be at the top of the world
You
for 2
were
years
the
in a
top
row.
4 in the league.
Ranked top.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like
Top
that's
three,
real.
NWA.
top three defenses in the league
In
for
the
for those
league.
those.
Hey, hold on, put some
Pandemic
respect on that.
NWA, when they
Wait.
were free on YouTube,
Yo,
was it
thank
not,
you.
Was it not
Okay.
must-see?
YouTube, must see
TV?
free web.
Like we
Into the
web
fire.
stream.
want to see that more than we want
100%.
to see Raw,
100%.
SmackDown,
Into the
AEW.
fire was money.
Into the fire. It's on my
Rookie
playlist.
year.
It's on my playlist.
Rookie year, they went to the top 4.
And who carried
they
that?
were out here.
Who carried
right?
that?
They were out here.
Who
Mark
carried that?
Sanchez. But it
Coco
was
Bannon.
also,
Into the fire, NWA Power. Who carried that?
yo,
Thunder Rosa.
I'll tell you who it wasn't, and
Nick
it wasn't
Aldis.
Nick Aldis. He was
the champion.
He was the weakest part of that whole show. Real talk.
Yo, he's
Tim
not lying.
Storm?
Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston was on that show.
Was a stud on that show.
LA Knight was on the show.
Let me talk to him. Ricky Starks. Let me talk
Ricky
to him.
Starks was on that show.
Don't
Ricky
forget
Starks
that part.
was a
Ricky
star.
Starks was on that show.
James Storm.
James
Storm.
So let's
Shooting
be real.
the ish alum.
You know what
James
I'm saying?
Storm.
So if we're gonna talk about like Nick,
No,
Aldis,
yeah.
like that was the weakest part of the show that we were like, damn, he
Had-
looks like a champion. I remember saying that, yo, he looks like a champion.
Okay.
But it just that's not what
Okay.
it didn't work for me.
I always had a
thought
beef
lot
with
of-
that too.
Okay.
That
But
he was not
NWA
standing
was
out.
that rookie show that was like, oh, everybody was like, yeah, yo, this is aight.
When
Yo,
they
you
said
too.
when they said
When they
season
went
2,
back
we
to the
were
studio.
waiting.
Yo, the
We were
fastest
waiting.
Going back to the
hour
studio.
in wrestling.
Yo, I remember
remember
that.
that.
Great.
Fastest
That was
hours
great.
in
That was
wrestling.
great.
And
Into
then
the studio.
And then what happened? We were like, oh, all right, let's take away a couple things. Let's go behind the paywall. Let's take away another couple players.
You know what?
Let's lose a
Yeah,
couple
they
guys
did-
to
they
AEW.
did a lot.
And what happened?
They did a
Look
lot.
at the guys that we talked about right now.
Where they at?
Your NWA was carried by who? Damn, Thunder Rosa, AEW. Damn, Ricky Starks, AEW. Eddie Kingston, AEW.
WWE?
When you tally up everything at the casino, what do you get? You get AEW.
The casino.
NWA lost its greatest pieces to its biggest rival. NWA was top 4 in the U.S. for a long time. New York Jets.
No, short time, not a long time.
Well,
Short
I'm
time.
sorry. You're right. For
Very
a short
short time.
time, they were very strongly in the top 4. Thank you. You're right.
I put them above Impact some weeks.
No, some weeks they were
They
top.
were
That's what I'm
above. They were
saying.
above
were
Impact
top.
some
You're
weeks.
not
Yeah.
lying.
They were
Yeah.
top 3 defense.
Top-
New York Jets.
Top 3
It was
defense.
must watch.
And here
But-
we are talking about
but
like,
see-
damn, you
but see, the
fumbled the
thing-
bag, butt fumble.
The thing is, right? The thing is,
Yo,
so
the fucking
you're comparing.
Yo, how you ruin Mickey James? Mickey James was hot everywhere.
Mickey
Yeah.
James is not ruined.
She
by the
was
way.
hot everywhere. No, but I'm saying when she
Mickey
was in
James is so
NWA, they
fucking
fumbled
She's
that
still
bag.
sizzling.
Didn't they do the all-women's show because of Mickey
Because
James?
of Mick.
She's still.
And then you messed that up.
Well, that's
And
that's
then-
the,
and
that's
then-
why he
and
tight.
then
That's
this
why there's
is the
beef.
This is the guy who comes out, Billy Corgan, Smashing Pumpkinhead.
Right.
He comes out,
Right.
Pumpkinhead man. He comes out and he says we can't do. He says we can't do.
Check this man's brother. Lionheart man's brother.
He came with a pumpkin.
He can't do it. He can't do it. What?
No, go ahead. You were saying?
He's seen American Pie.
Yeah, I was like, he feels like. We'll just tell we ate it all.
Yo, extra creamy.
Yo.
He said that there was not enough female talent out there that could run a full pay-per-view and could work the end. What the fuck's the NWA style now?
Right. All women.
NWA style.
Well, I don't even watch.
That's
studio,
Raw
like-
versus SmackDown rating of 60 style.
Wow.
Right.
Listen, they have issues
Madison,
and
Sierra.
they gotta bounce
My
back
guy,
somehow.
Your
but-
main event talent is Trevor Murdoch and
I'm happy
what's,
for
what's this guy?
Trevor.
The
I'm happy he's found someone.
I'm happy for Trevor, but Trevor is
Happy
Greg.
for him.
Like he should be Greg the
I
Hammer
can't even know.
Valentine. in that, like,
Funkadactyls. What the hell's his name?
That's depressing.
live with it because the fact of the matter is, yo, when you look at Trevor Murdoch, yo, he's a solid hand.
He
He's a
is.
solid hand, yo. He'll sell like a mofo. Like he'll make everything credible and believable. He's a tough working man. He's a credible threat.
carry a match.
He thinks he's as good, like as charismatic as Dusty Rhodes, yo. He's not.
Right.
He's not like there with the crowd and with the fans. They're hardcores that follow, but it's just not like it ain't it.
Right.
He's
He's
not
not.
it.
He's not his namesake. Dick
No.
Murdoch,
No,
Captain
definitely
Redneck.
not.
That's who he thinks he is. He thinks he's the people's champ.
Yeah,
He ain't the
exactly.
people's champ.
And he's not.
He's not.
And he's not.
And that's fair.
You don't
Because
think
they're the
he'll-
New York Jets. The NWA is the New York Jets. I'm
Okay.
telling you.
Brace
Okay.
Hall just went
But let
down
me
for
ask
the
you this
year.
question.
So.
So you're telling me Nick Aldis,
But Robinson.
Nick Aldis going to the E under the tutelage of Triple H, along with Nick Aldis, make sure to set him up for success. The one thing a wonderful coach does is that he uses the ability, puts him in positions to succeed.
So you're saying his best strength is his wife?
No, his best strength is to have somebody that has a Hall of Fame fucking.
Because I agree, his best strength is not the mic.
It's not, and that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yo, but are you saying his best strength is his in ring? Because it's not that great
his
either.
bravado, his persona, I think is his best strength.
I just think he's
Why,
also
why
that
are we
NWA
talking about
setup.
Nick Aldis again?
Trash? Because he trash. And I don't know why you trying to recycle. Like, it's just like, yo, it's over.
Well, for me, honestly, I think for Nick Aldis is the biggest payday he's gonna get, and he's gonna go for
Yes.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah.
But,
So,
but it's,
and I'm trying to see what if it does work. I'm trying to put confidence in Triple H.
Fantastic career. You know what? It'd be great if you went to the performance center.
Yeah, just-
and like really.
just-
work
So you
with that
think
younger
they'll
talent.
send Nick
learn how
Aldis to
bump.
NXT?
help him to no. He's gonna be at the performance center
As a
showing him how
coach.
to bump. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Here, put this polo shirt on with the WWE logo in.
I think he does a lot
Stand
of things
there
good,
real
and I
quick.
think more of them would be behind the scenes. I'm just saying, there was just a lack of connection, I feel like, from a lot of people. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just saying, when I watched the product, there was a lot missing when Nick Aldis was out there, and maybe it was just me. But everybody said the same shit, so maybe it wasn't.
Not everybody.
So you liked Nick Aldis? You were on it?
I was fine with Nick Aldis.
You were fine with Nick Aldis.
I was actually for Team
It's
Storm.
like gazpacho. Like if somebody
Right.
like, yo, here's some
Tim Storm,
gazpacho,
right.
you're like,
Tim
I'll have
Storm
some.
was the
Think about
better
that story.
WH.
Yo,
But think
Tim
about that story.
Tim
Think about the
Storm, yo.
substitute teacher
Tim Storm.
that never got the belt, right?
Mama
Like,
Storm.
Mama Storm.
Mama Storm.
Like,
That
Nick
Mama
Aldis was
Storm
part of that.
promo was Jesus.
Nick Aldis was part of that.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
you
saying.
didn't remember
He
the
was
Nick
the better
Aldis part of
part.
that.
Like Nick
Yeah,
Aldis,
Jim.
And as the heel, he did his job.
I mean, Tim Storm was the one that came out with that
Right,
shit. Though.
right. But the thing is, Nick Aldis was supposed to put him over, right? Tim Storm came out better for it because of Nick Aldis and the shit that he talked.
And he
So
went-
you're saying he should come in and be the new Dolph Ziggler?
You know what? It would
That's
make
direction.
more sense than
He's
Dolph
not.
Ziggler.
He's not known enough to be the new Dolph Ziggler.
Listen.
Dolph Ziggler had credibility,
Yes.
and it was more of every time he lost, like, damn, he should have beat him.
Right.
If Aldis comes in and starts taking L's, they
That's true.
ain't nothing but the gutter
That's
for
true.
him.
That's true.
He's not gonna go nowhere. Remember that short window.
I don't think he's gonna go anywhere to begin with. I think he's
You gotta repackage this man. There's no
he's
way. You gotta
obviously
repackage this man. Hunter, repackage him. Do what you gotta do. You already know. You'll make it happen. And then that's gonna be the end of it. It's gonna sink or swim.
That's
So
fair.
I guess that brings us to Heels, Pops, Chair Shots of the Week.
That's my chest shot of the week. Is Link Aldis doing anything relevant in WWE?
Hey guys, you wanna know what my pop of the week is?
Yes, yes, yes. Share it. Show me
Share
it.
it.
So there was this match that had happened today.
Ooh, who was in it? Old school.
It was Sky Blue
Mm.
and,
Oh, nah.
and Jamie Hayter.
My
Oh,
God.
come on.
I hated nothing about that match.
Cameraman.
Yo, you had a thickness meter?
Hey.
I don't know why
What
it
is
made
that?
me remember this, but I do know why. But Roxanne,
Roxanne.
it came out on a record that she is the youngest superstar to
Her name
ever
did come out on a
debut on SmackDown, and is younger than SmackDown.
Yes.
What?
She was born in 2001.
SmackDown started in '99.
Get out
That's
of
just
here.
crazy. But
That's
another
wild.
smack attack.
Hey.
Yo, what's wrong with you, man?
Hey.
A lot.
No
How
nice
about
things,
that?
bro.
I'm
Not
a savage,
one-
baby.
Not one nice thing.
But
at
a
all.
pop of the week for me. And the same realm, the same mood, the same vibe. You know, Saudi Arabia has a lot of things wrong with it.
Wow, yo, what is about to come out of this man's mouth?
But there's something about
What?
Bailey in a bodysuit.
Yo, all right,
Oh.
that's not where we go right now.
We didn't get no
Say-
shorts.
All right.
But-
Also another pop. Shout out to Bianca Belair and Montez Ford about to get their own show
What?
on Hulu.
Hey.
Yo.
Two stars that met each other at the performance center, got married, are a couple, and honestly, both. I mean, Bianca Belair's already a champion, but we know Montez Ford is on his way there.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
main event.
So it's gonna be interesting, and they're both entertaining, man. Montez Ford is a charismatic motherfucker.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Bianca. Her gear, she did that herself.
Really?
And she did it on the road.
No
she is
way,
all seamstress.
man.
Hand and glue.
Yo,
Damn.
and we have to. Yo, she's beautiful. Like
Talk about
natural-
hustle. Talk about-
When I'm saying beautiful, I'm not saying like just on the physical. She's a beautiful person. Naturally beautiful woman.
I'm saying she was
Track
looking brolic
star,
on
you know what
Raw.
I'm
She
saying?
was like, what?
Yo, a great stepmother. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things to mention. And she's a great flag bearer for the company for sure, and for years to come because
Hey.
she's still
Where?
very young.
For years to
So that's an interesting.
Stop.
That's a pop. You know what I mean?
pop.
Because you look at the Miz and Mrs. What does that give us? Right? It gives us a lot of context. So yeah, and a lot of behind the scenes. So I'm looking forward to that.
Bet.
Yo, honestly, when I think of this week, like I just go back to these 4 promos or these 3 promos.
That's probably what I can think stands
It's
out the
like
most.
heels
Yeah.
pops in these promos. Britt Baker hit all the keynotes as a heel.
Yeah.
I thought MJF hit all the keynotes as a heel.
Right.
Made himself very believable, speaking his truth, and it's really popping for speaking your truth. You really took the reality of the situation, and I never really got to go back to MJF. You look at how MJF really is not a pillar; he's the pillar.
The pillar.
Right?
He's putting himself
out
there.
here. No,
He's
not
putting himself
putting.
there.
Like he is the guy, right? He's been babyface. He's been heel. We talked about like when he was with Cody Rhodes, he was still able to be his guy. And yo, when he spit his bars tonight or on that podcast, but they aired it tonight,
Right.
And he was out here talking about like he was second fiddle to a neck tattoo. He was second fiddle to Jericho. He was second fiddle in all these different scenarios that were supposed to be the top of his like the apex of his career. He was always like second fiddle, and this is an opportunity for him, and I think it's the opportunity for him.
Right.
Right.
When you look at MJF right now, yo, he's won a ring twice that really was made for him. That was just like, yo, we need to give MJF something to shut the hell up until we get the title on that.
Fair,
man.
fair.
Right.
Yo, because like honestly, like that ring, like what are we doing? All right,
Yeah.
Right.
But he was part of the Pinnacle, and what was the Pinnacle?
Pinnacle's a
Right?
nice
And
faction.
What the hell was that?
Right.
No, and it was, but then like, what did it become? Like, it just kind of fizzled out. It was nothing.
But who still remains supreme?
And here we are.
You
right?
can even go as far as to say he's just so big that the faction don't even work with him right now. Like he still needs to complete.
Well, he's with Stokely now,
Right,
right?
right.
He's doing,
Well,
like,
not even that.
whatever.
They ended
Not
that
even.
this week too. So
I don't know if to say his trajectory almost very similar to The Rock, and not so much that The Rock was a heel character, but
So
the
you think
fact that The
MJF
Rock,
needs to go to the Nation of Domination? is
no,
what
the fact that The Rock was able to surpass a faction, was able to was electrifying. Every time he touched the mic, it was must listen to. Right?
Yes.
I think that's where he's at right now. Not that The Rock was a heel, but the charisma that MJF brings to the table. The true genuineness of being evil, right?
Yeah,
that he brings, but also his truth, because it was just a couple weeks ago when he spit his truth versus William Regal,
yeah.
Word. Oh,
and
so-
you have
Yeah.
William Regal spit some bars once again, bringing that out of somebody that does it on the
Yeah.
Speaking
regular.
your truth. AEW, yo, that's what they've been best at.
Yeah.
WWE has always like found a way to like just make it sports entertaining, I guess, or like whatever, just spin a
Right.
character,
It
spin
makes
another
sense.
angle.
Makes
But
sense.
yo, the AEW has done a really great job of like approaching it from a very real standpoint.
And the
But
speaking
that-
of the
but that's
truth
always
is
been the
just
angle.
Visionary
common.
Ash T.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
But that's always been the
Appreciate you
angle.
pulling up, my guy.
AEW has tried to tailor itself to what WCW was, right? To the realism. using real names, not so much as gimmicks, right? And that's understandable. And WWE has been the opposite, and that's fine. But the beautiful thing about everything, the pop of the week, once again for me, was the fact that I saw a lot of wrestling this week, and I enjoyed it.
Oh,
I learned some things this week. This
Hey.
week, I learned some things. Like, I didn't know somebody could possibly do an elbow drop while recording themselves on Roman Reigns. And I saw that.
That was fire.
I didn't know
dope.
I could see a pay-per-view out of Saudi Arabia that was actually very good pay-per-view.
facts.
I didn't know all this information about the Maivia family. Even though I've seen different depictions of it, I learned even more.
But you found that truth.
I didn't know the
That's what we
24/7 championship was going to be thrown in the trash. You know what I'm saying? There's a
But
lot of
that
things
was
that
the
happened this
truth.
week, and there's a
That's
lot of
the
things.
truth.
There's a lot of things that
Just
makes me
set
happy
you
to
free.
be a wrestling fan and to have this platform to talk about it.
And the truth has set Bray Wyatt free. Because
Aye.
another interesting thing that's happened is that we have not spoken about Bray Wyatt.
All
not once.
show.
Also,
All show.
We're big on the whole on gimmicks and whatnot, but what's going on with Bray?
He had a slow week too though. He only had an appearance on Saturday
At
and
the
Friday, I
pay-per-view?
think, but that was it.
well, Bray's gonna be a slow burn.
Yeah,
That's still setting us up
Yeah.
for. And whatever we're gonna see with Bray, we're talking about maybe Rumble.
Visionary
you believe
actor
that?
Putting out a crazy match.
Gunter. That would be interesting for Gunter. That'd be nice for him to
See?
pick up that W against John.
You know what, Ash T, I
He's-
appreciate
he's
you
collecting
because
dubs
that would
right
be
now.
the way to use a celebrity spot.
Yeah, yeah. That's considered
That
a celebrity
is
spot.
My exact
That's a
point.
celebrity
I know John
spot.
Cena may not feel like a celebrity spot.
that's
but right
definitely
now,
a celebrity
right now,
spot,
motherfuckers
yeah.
that
I
are
understand
watching
that.
right now,
Yeah.
John Cena may not be in their real like
I
in
understand
their vision right
I
now.
understand that.
Because you can't really see him. I get it. I understand. I understand.
I mean,
got me.
It's a fact.
imagine him getting the chops.
Ooh.
As long as he don't super Cena, but even like,
you
he
know
will.
that's coming.
but even if he
Especially
does,
with that
Gunther
Pompadour,
can
you know he
take
will.
that. He can take that. He had a great match with John Cena. All right, yo, that's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
a gateway drug.
Yo, but
like, into
yo,
a stardom.
Gunther really looking slim nowadays, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
When I saw him walking in with them skinny jeans, I was like, what? is
Hey,
going
he must
on?
work out, right?
It's
I was
just-
thinking the same thing.
It's just because
Yo,
it
why
takes
you
away
doing
the
that,
allure of his gigantism. You know what I mean? When he was Walter, he was a big dude,
He
bro.
needed to be that All Japan heavyweight that he was. as Walter.
Yeah. Because it loses some of the luster, man.
I don't know.
I don't see Meatloaf as much anymore.
Meatloaf
Give him a little bit of time to put more meat on them bones.
and the loaf.
No, I'm not. Listen, every time he's on the screen, I'm happy. I'm just saying
what she
as
said.
far as the optics.
You think
he was
Hunter's,
great in phenomenal shape though.
Hunter's gonna tell him to put the weight back on?
You know what Hunter's gonna tell him to
Yeah, but I think he'll teach him how to put it on right.
do? Hey.
Oh no, you gonna have him powerlifted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
That's frightening.
Gunther.
Imagine
yeah,
a jack.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
Look
exactly
at
what we need.
You know what?
That's exactly
How
what
old
we
is
need.
Drew
Chicken
McIntyre?
butt.
Or how old was he when he came back to the E? And he was really
Very
intimidating
young.
looking?
Very young.
33.
How old is
30-something?
Gunther right now?
35 or so.
I'm just saying, yo.
Probably
Let's put him
younger
on
than
that
that.
trajectory, yo.
No, he's
Drew
not that
McIntyre
young.
got huge.
Similar
got
to Jinder
huge.
Mahal when he came back, right?
Jinder Mahal
Yeah.
got
It's an
Heath
intimidating
Slater,
presence.
not so much. But yo, Gunther can make
Slater,
it
not so
poppin'.
much.
And then like, yo, if you see Gunther and he can go up with the likes of Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar,
Which
you
we
don't
know he
bat
can
an
right
eye.
now.
You know he can't right now, but if he really got there,
That's
If
ultimately
he
what I
had
would
that
want. I would want to see.
aesthetic,
I would want to see
bro.
Gunther and Brock eventually
What?
when he gets there.
Right.
Hunter's 35.
put,
Yeah.
put a little bit more.
Gunther's 35.
Cause he just got down. Like this is his peak physical condition, and he's not a wrestler that wrestles at his peak physical condition.
Hey yo,
He's not a wrestler that goes 100 minutes and like he's really like cutting it out there. Like he's out there like doing short matches and big moves.
And slapping me.
Gunter
Gunther?
Slapping me
in the E here.
in the E. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I know.
But no, but
I know.
NXT UK, I mean, the bangers
Progress,
he
like,
had
he
with
was out
Tyler
there
Bate,
doing-
I'm like,
not
nah.
Progress,
With
Progress,
Pete Dunne?
yeah, Progress, WXW, OTT.
Yeah,
Like,
All those letters.
honestly, the match that we saw at NXT,
Dragon
the last, with Dragunov
Jesus.
and JD McDonough,
Jesus.
Oh,
McDonough, and also Braun Breaker.
Big
What
Head.
was missing was Gunther.
yeah.
Because
he
Gunther would have made
wasn't in
that match. Right, 100%.
Gunther, the only one that could palmed
Right.
McDonough's head.
Very true. Another pop of the week. Shout out to Ricochet.
Ricochet.
Best life. Ricochet, living his best life.
Oh my god.
His little wifey he got going on.
What was the sound
WWE
again?
product.
What was it? That's all the damn time we have for you folks this week. I don't
SG,
care
Gunther and
where you got
Sheamus.
your fix from, but I know you got it from
Give me
somewhere.
that again.
Shout outs to Twitter, shout outs to Twitch, shout outs to everybody pulling up on IG, Twitter,
Everybody out
all
here.
of our following. Appreciate y'all day ones,
Take
man.
that slap
Keep
to the
Shout
killing
out
it
to
with
the
us.
audio listeners on all
Yo.
different platforms:
Yes, sir.
Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes.
You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.
Flex, I appreciate you for that raid. You didn't have to do what you did. You already know. I'll check y'all out on Fort. Everybody check us out on during the week as
Chicago
well. We be
Pizza's
streaming,
trash.
gaming, and all that stuff. And yeah, Chicago Pizza's trash. You already know. 10 out of 10. Tell JP. Tell him what to do on the way.
Ya lo
Out.
sabe. Heels, pops, chair shots, HP Sweet Too Sweet on IG and Twitter. Let them know. Brought to you everywhere. But where's the for dessert though?
We have music.